Alright guys, welcome to Buck's Outdoor Adventures. As you see, I'm out here. The plan was to work a little bit on the boat this weekend. However, Mother Nature has some rain stored up for us, possible snow showers tomorrow. So we're going to go inside and we're going to make some homemade wine. I'm going to show you how we do it dummy style. Alright, come along. Alright, so this wine comes from a grape must, so we have to have water. Now, you're supposed to use a distilled water, or in my case, you guessed it, I'm gonna fill my buckets full of this spring water, and it makes an awesome wine. So if you haven't seen my gathering spring water video, go to my uploads and you'll find it there. I'm gonna get some of this wine and this water, and we'll get back and we'll start mixing up our wine. So here's our wine that we're gonna make. As you see, it comes in a kit. On the right side, we've got the green apple. On the left side is the blueberry. White wine, Riesling. Red wine, I believe it's pronounced Pinot. So let's take a look what you get in your kit. As I do this wine series, we will follow this green apple. So let's take a look real quick inside here, and I'll show you what you get. So you get all your chemicals in here, your yeast, your clearing agent. You get your flavoring and the sugar that actually breaks down into your alcohol, and then of course your grape must that's in this big bag here. So I will tell you, you get an instructional booklet. You can go step by step. You got primary fermentation, secondary fermentation, stabilizing and finishing, and then bottling. This takes right around 5 weeks, and then it'll actually be ready to drink. You can drink this wine when it's ready to bottle. It has no preservatives or anything in it. However, like other wines that you got to leave sit for a year or so, this wine only has a shelf life of about 3 years. But if you guys drink wine as quick as most, it usually doesn't sit on the shelf for longer than maybe 3 months. All right, we're going to get into the first step, which is the primary fermentation. If you want to follow along in this instruction booklet, you may. However, as often as I've made it, I just pretty much I do the steps. The only thing I don't do is use the hydrometer. I just go by days. So this first step, I'll do this, and it'll sit and it'll ferment for 8 days. So I start at Saturday, and next Sunday I will be back with you to show you step 2. Okay, let's get on to what we're going to do in the first step. All right, the first thing we want to do is take our primary fermenter bucket and sanitize it. Okay, so that's already been done, and we're going to take right around 2 cups of warm water, and we are going to mix into it this number 2 bentonite. We'll stir that in and make sure all the clumps are out of it. All right, so as you see, we got it down in there. I just take a whisk, and you're gonna whisk this around and get all those clumps out of here. Okay, so I'll continue to do this, and I'll come back to you here, and we'll be putting the bag of grape must in here. All right, so I got the bentonite in there. If you look at it right now, it looks like gray muddy water. You wouldn't think that you'd want to be drinking this, but the next thing we're going to do is take the grape must and we're going to pour it in here. All you do is just snap this cap off, maybe. All right, now we're just going to dump this in. Now what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of water in here, swish it around. Now I'm going to fill this up to 6 gallons, which is right here, with my spring water. Once I get that done, I'll be back with you, and we'll mix it up and get our yeast in here.
Ready.
All right, so we got the water filled up here. What you didn't see me do is you stir it in real good. You want to get the grape must, the water, and then that bentonite water all stirred up. I let it sit for a little bit. It's just slowly still churning a little bit. But now we want to put our yeast in here. Okay. Now you don't want to stir this in. You just want to just sprinkle it across the top. And old Maddie Louise here, she's really liking this. Huh, Maddie? Okay, so now we got all the yeast on there. The last thing we do is we put our lid on here with our airlock. We fill that with water halfway up. What that does is while this ferments, it's going to leave off gas. Well, we don't want air to get inside this container. So what it will do, it actually bubbles, and it's got perforations in the top of this that will leave those gases out without letting air inside the bucket. So we'll leave this sit for 8 days, and I'll be back with you guys for step 2. All right, guys, so here we go. We got both of them done. We're going to wait 8 days. If you're new to my channel, please hit that red subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you can see the next 3 parts to this. And as always, if you would like, please share. All right, guys, we'll see you in about 8 days.